What's up guys, G5 Cosmos here bringing you yet another weekly review. If you'd like a chance to win one of these for yourself, all you have to do is subscribe to this channel, follow @Game5Smash on Twitter, and like and retweet the most recent coaching giveaway tweet on that Twitter. So anyway, this week we're going to be reviewing Kaolychan's Pichu versus Hydra's Greninja right here, and we're going to get right into it. So some of the main points that we're going to be going over in this video is how to avoid rushing, which includes kind of the snowball habit, and other small little habits that involve making plays too quickly, and let's get right into it. Alright, so Kaoly starts out pretty aggressively in the beginning, does get kind of trapped there after the air dodge. I'm not sure if this is a true punish on whatever he did after going for this up air, but that's kind of crucial, like knowing if your follow-ups are true or not. I'm not an expert on the specific percents of Pichu combos and whatnot, so if this up air into back air is guaranteed, it would be good to go for here, but I'm not sure if it is, and because it's not in this situation, or at least based on the execution, then he's going to get punished here. I just want to see what he does here, because it looks like he could have shielded, but I'm not sure if this was still landing lag. And that is something I see also, and here we can notice a few things, is that Kaoly does land with neutral air a lot, which is not really a great option for Pichu to land with. It doesn't have the biggest hitbox, usually down air if you're going to land with an aerial, but a lot of times I think this might just be more of a habit that he does just, you know, as a panic option. As soon as he needs to land, he throws out an aerial. Instead of like jumping away is typically good to do in the first place, to give yourself time to react. In this situation, it's not like Greninja, you know, jumped at Pichu or anything either way. And then right here, you can see some it's not exactly snowballing, but like reacting in combos is something that people don't do enough. Is a lot of people play Smash kind of like it's more of a traditional 2D fighter where they hit one hit and then they kind of just press, you know, buffer the next move that is a guaranteed follow-up typically, but a lot of times because of DI, because of weird hitbox positions and all the other crazy factors that go into Smash, someone is not always going to go in the same position after you hit them with something, so it's really important to kind of just make sure you keep looking at your opponent's character and always see where are they getting knocked back after every single hit. And you can see a perfect example of that right here, after he lands this nair. Then he's already going for this up tilt, but you can see like he can react to the fact that Greninja was not in a position to get comboed by this. And then after that, you see like the neutral air, like a lot of these buttons are just kind of purposeless, and a purposeless button has a purpose for your opponent, and that's an opportunity for them to hit you, even in a case like Pichu. And you see here, just like as soon as he gets off of this platform, he's already like rushing to get a hit here. You know, like he can get these hits, and this is a position where the Greninja is in the air, but so many times he's not really waiting and letting himself find an opportunity. A little bit of this is a snowball right here. We see the grab to the spot dodge. I mean, you know, Greninja was in that area, so he could have been afraid of getting grabbed. But also, Greninja's not really going to grab you too much for that kind of stuff typically anyway. Just in the beginning of a game, it's better to kind of see how things are going to play out and make sure that just you're not doing something like that habitually. As far as ledge trapping here, you never really want to be putting yourself this far out. Like when he goes for this, I think it's a fair here or whatever, but this was kind of like he was trying to make the best of the positioning that he had when he was still up here on this platform. But he would have been better off just kind of like dropping through, or just, you know, recollecting himself and finding better positioning around roll distance. Because when you're here, I mean, get up attack is the worst thing probably that can happen to you. But even if the person neutral get ups, he'll be behind them, and I don't think he's looking for like a back throw or something here, because he's going for a fair specifically. So you don't really want to. There's never really any reason, unless you're trying to get behind someone, to be this close or this far out on the ledge when someone's getting off of it. The roll in there is risky. I mean, it works out in terms of the read here, but like rolling in these situations is always pretty tricky, because I'm pretty sure he has time to just get up or roll away before like Greninja can even really get in there. But it does work out. And then you see there's another snowball here, the spot dodge. I should mention what snowballing is, because that was in my last video, I think, that I first talked about it. But snowballing is just a term I use for when you do one thing that's punishable, but like maybe not punishable, or, you know, one thing that you're scared of getting punished for afterward, and then you do more bad things subsequently after each next thing to try and avoid getting punished. So usually it's people will do like a tilt or a spot dodge after doing something. In Kaoly's case, we see a lot of spot dodges coming out. So like right here, does the roll and then spot dodges immediately, and there's no reason for this spot dodge. Like the roll worked, but now this spot dodge gives the Greninja more time to find a punish, or just to get a punish after this roll successfully got him out of this situation. And he does. This spot dodge gets punished when there was really no reason for this spot dodge in the first place. This is something that maybe misinputs, but I see this a couple times in this game, is that Kaoli will roll when on a platform. He seems to struggle with, like, proper ways to dealing with the platform. Like here, he runs this way and roll the other way. Rolling on platforms is sometimes a good option, but it's usually like if you were in a tech chase on a platform, you could roll, or if like you're on the platform and you're waiting for your opponent to like pressure your shield, you can roll, and then they whiff their aerial, and then you can get off the platform sometimes. But usually he's doing it a lot of times without necessarily having a reason. And a lot of recoveries that he goes high with here. This one I'm sure was a mistake, or I hope was a mistake. You know, obviously watching out for jumps in this situation, because if the Greninja had gone up here for a fair, even this back air may have killed. But like this is a really risky spot unless you're retreating out and then the recovering high in general. Jumping in the corner is always something to watch out for if it's like a habit. I mean, it can get you out of these situations, but you know, what if the Greninja is like fading back looking for another fair? You can also find like an up tilt. Just something to always be aware of. And he does basically do that. He fades back, finds the down tilt. Close quarters, another thing that I can see Kaoli can work on. A lot of times when he's close quarters, he's going for aggressive options. The up tilt was not the least... I mean, against Greninja, that's pretty safe, because Greninja really doesn't have out-of-shield options. And then here, he just drops shield and doesn't respect the pressure. And he can definitely be rolling out of close quarters a lot more. Like this up smash, where like he could just roll out of the situation. And then you can see... So this play right here... This tells me that Kaoli is very tense. Now, obviously, he's getting pressured by this Greninja. He plays Pichu, who dies to anything. But just in general, your goal is to not be playing tense in almost any situation, to try and be calm and understand what your options are no matter what. You know, that's something that takes a lot of experience. But sometimes you can just get in the habit of being tense and need to calm yourself down. And I think that will really help Kaoli because of all the mistakes that he's making, and like snowballing and stuff like that can just come from like really, you know, tense gameplay. Because right here, after he does this up smash, like this forward smash is happening. So either he's not looking at Greninja, or he's just really tense and already deciding to like rush in before the situation changes, which is another thing that I say is really common. Is you really want to be looking at your opponent at all times and making each decision carefully at a time, because he, you know, just kind of almost runs right into that forward smash, but then reacts and rolls around it. Like there too, see the roll on the platform. I don't understand what he'd be going for here. Like maybe he's trying to do drop through platform air dodge, but even then, like that's not really, there's no reason to do that, because the Greninja's nowhere near him. Like he doesn't have to air dodge. I'll see how the stock goes out. And yeah, and then he kind of just drops through a platform. This is just like a late punish opportunity, trying to hit him for up smashing, which he misses. And then I think he jumps, and then he goes for, it's another late reaction. He goes for the nair out of shield after they were both in this situation. So once he finds himself here, he's thinking, okay, let's nair out of shield to get out of the situation, but it's too late at that point. Whenever I tell people this a lot in my coaching sessions, is if you're ever not sure of what to do, if you think you know what to do, but you think you might be too late, just wait for the next thing, wait for the next situation, because Smash moves so fast that if you think you're late, you are. Like if you're not 100% sure that you're in time, you're probably late. And even then, you could be still late. You are more confident. Fair from the ledge here. No reason to, you want to do this, the fair from the ledge, if somebody's like right there shielding. This is the same kind of situation of like, well, the fair would have worked because the Greninja was there, but the game's always moving, so by the time that, or actually it's the next situation. Actually, it makes even less sense here. It would have made a little bit more sense when the Greninja was like down tilting right there, because the Greninja was right there, but you see he goes for it here, and the Greninja's not even anywhere near there. Now, like, he could run into it, but you never want to be making a play based on like, well, this could work. You know, there are calculated risks, but this is not really an example of one. Like, he could just choose a normal get up option there. That almost worked. Same thing there with the fair. That could be a habit too. Like Samus players, Pichu players love going for that. This down smash works, but if we look at the situation too, like the Greninja's just drop shield when he shouldn't have. This is another situation where Kaoli could have probably been better off than like rolling or like running away instead of trying to, you know, make a guess in the close quarter situation. Because he could have gotten punished for that down smash. So another little snowball here after the roll, the down tilt. Remember, guys, the roll, you can buffer things out of a roll, but the situation changes as you roll. There's going to be a different situation. Your opponent's going to be in a different place after you roll than when you decided to do it. I mean, they can be. They're not necessarily going to be in a different position, but always got to look for that kind of thing. And this works out here, but just in general, I feel like Kaoli is rushing in a lot and not necessarily like waiting for a definite chance to get a hit. And then we see even this forward tilt here, I guess trying to catch a jump. Let me see again. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. It almost worked out, but Greninja was just too high up. Yeah, like even right here, you can just see the buttons that he's pressing. So like, he lands with a Nair, spot dodges afterward, which, you know, he kind of makes sense in this situation because he's being threatened. He goes for the up tilt. The up tilt misses because Greninja's really short. So after this up tilt, he should either be shielding, rolling to the right, or running to the right. But he's going for, like, he goes for the follow-up even though it didn't connect. So that's just like what he really should be working on, is just trying to take everything one step at a time, make every decision separately, and also just wait for opportunities in a lot of situations. Like let yourself get a whiff punish, and then if you're rushing in with Pichu, you should always have the T-Jolt out. Spot dodge here too. Like as soon as after this hits shield, you know, he can just get out of there, or just continue holding shield. Like, Greninja's not going to grab you that much, and I mean, at this percent, he wouldn't want to be grabbed by Greninja because up throw up air would be pretty scary. But and then you see there's another snowball into the down tilt. I think it was like this. He does the spot dodge and then goes for the down tilt again, but the Greninja's out of there. It's always keeping with the pace, playing in the moment of the game. But by the time, like I said, by the time you think something's going to happen, already done. The Greninja goes for a down throw actually. And so, like, a lot of times this Greninja's waiting for him to approach, which he's giving all the time, or the Greninja's running into dash attacking, and it's working out because Kaoli's not really waiting for him. Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about in terms of the, like, getting in, taking your time, getting, especially out of the corner with T-Jolt. This was a really good play. But then what we see is, after this, I think he goes for a grab. Like, he tries to immediate, yeah, I think he went for a grab here. So, again, maybe just not reacting to the situation, thought the Greninja was going to shield and then he would get the grab, so that makes kind of sense. And then at this point, kind of still going for a tech chase, which he still got, but I feel like it was a little bit late. But yeah, here the optimal play, I mean, he probably realized that, you know, he made a mistake going for the grab, but you'd be pretty much dash in and then go for your tech chase read. I mean, in this case, there was no tech, so he could have gotten a jaw block, potentially into a KO, but, like, you know, he could have dashed around to look for the tech situation. Yeah, recovering onto the stage is not working out for him. I mean, I understand going for this down air. Right after the down air, I think he's probably better off jumping with, like, a back air because it's active for a long time. Like, if he's going to jump with something that forces him to up B afterward, and not, like, just jumping and up being here is good as well, but then, you know, you can get hit by Greninja if Greninja goes for something. So I think it's good to have a hitbox once he's committed to be this far down. But, yeah, the up air is not going to really accomplish much there, so... And then just that recovering high, even though Greninja was off stage also, got him punished and lost the stock. Yeah, we've seen this before, like, he responds and looks for, like, the jump to get a back air here. It could work out, you know, especially with the intangibility, but, you know, he can continue to just put on pressure, just moving around in the center of the stage, react, trying to get Greninja to run in. Also, you know, this Greninja's dash attacking a lot. Every Greninja's going to dash attack a lot. And down tilt a lot, so staying still and shielding when you see Greninja approach is a very good option in a lot of situations. What did he do right before this air dodge? Spot dodge? Yeah, just right after the back air as well. Because, like, a whiff like that puts you in a situation where you're pressured into, you know, wanting to go for a defensive option like that. And again, same thing, he goes for the up tilt afterward, but Greninja wasn't close enough. Did he spot dodge here too? I guess for, yeah, you see, this is the best example of how you know it's a habit. Because look, watch here. There he goes for this. Spot dodges, up tilts. Now jumps for, like, looking for something else, I guess. But the Greninja's not even there. And he does this nair that's, like, kind of nowhere near it. And then just spot dodges afterward. The Greninja's running away. Like, he can look and he has time to react to this kind of thing. And, you know, at the very least, use shield. Because shield is going to work out in a lot of matchups. People aren't going to be... You know, Greninja's not going to be grabbing you that much. Again, too close to the ledge, and he's just going to get up attack because he's putting him doing the same thing that he was in the beginning, pretty much. You know, if he plays further back, he can play ledge in a different number of ways, though. Also, he can go for down tilt 2 frames. I don't know if that's like a thing that doesn't work on Greninja. Maybe Greninja has like a, you know, specific low ledge hang, but pretty sure Pichu's down tilt would still catch it. Or he could just play, you know, further back, play on the ground. Pichu's mostly a ground-based character. Looks for, you know, rising aerials sometimes. But it's going to play on the ground a lot. Yeah, again, a little bit late on that. Feel like this might have been a real frame trap here. He goes for this, and then, nah, I guess at this point, the fair was just too laggy. So that's something that's important. You have to recognize that as you're playing. Like, do you have this trap or do you not? Again. And you see, he's really being pressured a lot right here. So he shields on the platform, which is good, because you don't want to roll on the platform, like I said. I mean, he could, like, after this one, but then he drops through and he goes for a nair and then an up tilt. Like, he's way too concerned with hitting the opponent rather than getting out of the situation, which, when you're being pressured, especially by Greninja or, you know, a character that has a strong punish game and good pressure, you want to get back to neutral. You want to get back to solid footing, and there's no, like, clear, solid punish that he has here for going for these plays. Then afterward, he shields and drop shield too early. This is something I talk about that people will have. Shoutouts to DeKill Sage, who actually taught me about this in Smash 4, is that a lot of times people will put up their shield and then just not commit to the shield, but shield has a lot of cooldown, especially in this game. It has 11 frames of cooldown when you let go of it. So I think he goes for a grab, actually, by seeing that. But yeah, like at this point, like hold on to the shield, see what's going to happen, and then like the Greninja, what does he go for? He goes for a dash attack. If he had held shield, that would have been perfect. Greninja Fox, against these characters, you can be holding shield a lot in general, but once he got into that position, you know, holding it would be great anyway. You know, it's easy to miss this tech, but you got to be looking out for a tech when your Greninja does that. It is tricky, though, because the Greninja could get a bigger charge on the up smash for, like, reading you teching sometimes, maybe. I don't know if it would necessarily be much bigger, but hey, you want to do fast fall neutral air dodge here, not this directional. This directional leaves you way more vulnerable. It's much slower in terms of, like, movement speed. It's the same frame data, but you're going to be much higher up. Pichu is really fast. Fast faller, I should say, so you can fast fall neutral air dodge there. Works out really well. Let me just look at this again. And get punished there. And yeah. Another poor platform decision. Like he goes for this. You can see the spot dodge is really like a habit. He goes for it just like after. It's a snowball habit. Like almost every time he whiffs, he's spot dodging. This time it's not exactly a whiff. Like he up B's on the platform and spot dodges. There's really no reason to be spot dodging on a platform in general. The only reason you should ever spot dodge on a platform is if there's a threat of your shield being broken or a command grab, or like if somebody else is already on the platform, that's a different story because they can grab you. But pretty much, spot dodge is an option like if your shield can lose to something. But in this situation, the shield can lose to nothing on the platform. So just shield, you know, and wait until the pressure's over. So I mean, I don't think he's spot dodging for any specific reason. It's more of a habit, but I'm just kind of pointing out that regardless of the reasoning, there's really no reason to spot dodge on a platform. And that closes out the game. And that will be that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Let me know in the comments what you thought of this game. And once again, if you'd like a chance to win your very own game review like this one, all you have to do is subscribe right here to the YouTube channel, follow @Game5Smash on Twitter, and like and retweet the most recent giveaway tweet. You guys can also check out my personal paid coaching options as seen here, and contact me if you're interested in those. Thanks for watching, guys, and please subscribe to Game5Smash and click the notification bell to make sure you never miss out on more tech and tips.